What's up, guys? Welcome back to IAM Real Estate. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what is a 203K loan, okay? Before we get started, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of the new content that's going to be being released. And as always, at the end of the video, if you guys have any questions, any comments, or any opinions, please leave them in the comments section. Let's get going. Alrighty, guys, so I'd like to start this video off by saying I have a really bad habit of calling this loan a 203K loan, when the actual technical term and what it's more known for is an FHA 203K loan. All right, it is not just called the 203K loan. I say 203K because it's a little bit easier to get out, not so wordy, but it is an FHA 203K loan. FHA stands for Federal Housing Association, so it is a federally backed loan. All right, guys. Now, I make these videos because I really want to simplify the process. I really want to make this as simple as possible so you guys can just kind of understand it and keep it moving, right? Give you guys knowledge. So I'm going to make it as simple as possible. Here we go. FHA 203K loan will give you the money for your purchase price, all right, when you're purchasing a house, plus your rehab price, okay? That's it. Your purchase price plus your rehab price is your 203K loan. All right, guys? A little bit too simple. Whenever I explain this to people, I always have to do a demonstration. Always kind of got to do an illustration because, like, it's too simple. So you kind of want to see it. So here we go. So say you're pre-approved for an FHA loan of $250,000, all right? FHA pre-approved for $250,000. Now, that loan is going to allow you to purchase a house up to $250,000. Now, you don't have to spend the whole $250,000. You can spend $240,000, you can spend $235,000, whatever. You can spend $180,000. You don't have to spend the whole $250,000. But this loan is giving you the money to purchase your home, okay? I'm sorry for the scribble right here, guys. This loan gives you the money to purchase your home. That's it, all right? When you walk in, the house is yours. If you guys want to change the kitchen cabinets or you want to change the bathroom vanity, that's on you, okay? This is your house. Now, a 203K loan, we're going to put FHA 203K, okay? Say you're pre-approved for the same amount, $250,000, okay? This loan is going to allow you to purchase plus rehab. Okay? Now here's what I mean. Over here, you can spend $250,000 on the house. Over here, you don't have to spend all that money on the house. Okay? You can see a house down the street and say, you know what? I really like that house. You know, the house is nice. I like the structure. When you walk in, it feels really good. But it needs a lot of work. Okay? It needs inside work. It needs outside work. It's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars to fix that house. House is on market and you buy it for $100,000. I'm gonna change the color really quick. Let's go over to purple. We haven't used purple. So you purchased the house at $100,000. Okay? You still have $150,000 you can use. That $150,000 is your rehab budget. Okay? That is your rehab budget. Now, when I say rehab budget, I literally mean your rehab budget to use whatever you want and change whatever you want in the house. If you want to take down this wall and make it smaller, if you want to get new granite countertops, if you want to get new cabinets, if you want to put on a new roof, if you want to do new siding, if you want to finish the basement, if you guys, like, this is a rehab budget to do what you want with the house, okay? It's that simple. It's the same thing if so let's say, change the color one more time. If you purchase a house for $150,000, okay, your rehab budget now becomes $100,000. All right. If you purchase a house for $200,000, your rehab budget now becomes $50,000. All right. And just like an FHA loan, you don't have to use the entire thing. You can say, all right, cool. We purchased it for $100,000. We really only need $100,000 to fix it. We don't need the whole $250,000. You still have the ability to use what you choose, okay? Use what you want. You don't have to take the whole $250,000, but it is your purchase price plus your rehab price. All right, guys? Some people walk into a house and be like, man, I wish there was newer cabinets, or I wish the painting was a different color. We can't afford to do all that right now. That, 203K loan kind of takes care of that for you, okay? It gives you the money to purchase the house, gives you the money to do a rehab, gives you a rehab budget. Now, there are a couple things I do want to talk about with a 203K loan, okay? So, a 203K loan is great, but there are a couple things that you should know, all right? For starters, a 203K loan, it is very, very similar to a FHA loan, all right? It is FHA 203K, which means it is federally backed, all right? Which means the Federal Housing Association is going to kind of mandate those rates. Traditionally, you are going to have to pay about maybe 0.5%, 1/4%, somewhere in between that if you do a FHA 203K loan. The bank is not only giving you money to purchase the house, but it's also giving you a rehab budget, which means they're taking a little bit bigger of a risk, which means you have to pay a little bit bigger of a rate. It's usually nothing huge, okay? I always suggest that you contact your lender and you just kind of talk to them about it. What are the rate differences, all right? This loan also, not every lender does this, so again, contact your lender, ask about it, all right? The next thing I want to say is when they give you your rehab budget, they need to make sure that you're using somebody that they trust. So you can't just say, "Oh yeah, my dad's been doing plumbing at the house and he uses duct tape to fix everything, so my dad's gonna come do our plumbing." No. They want you to use licensed contractors, okay? Anybody that goes to the house, whether you're taking a wall down or putting it up or putting in the roof, every single person that uses that rehab budget, every single person getting paid from that rehab budget has to be a licensed, approved contractor, okay? And the banks will check to say, "Hey, listen, is this person licensed?" All right? That's not something they play with because they don't want you to just bring somebody from down the block and say, "Yo, come fix this for me." And then they walk in and make it even worse. And now the bank's money is more at risk, all right? Again, this is an investment for the bank. No matter what loan they're ever doing, this is an investment for the bank. They want to protect themselves. They will not allow you to do any rehab without a licensed contractor doing the work themselves. All right? So, FHA 203K loans, I think it's hilarious because there's probably 100,000 people out there, right? 100,000 people who know about FHA loans, but there are 100 million people who that's probably exaggeration, but whatever. 100 million people don't know about an FHA 203K loan, but it really, really is super cool. It's a really, really nice loan to have. I do want to mention that they're often a little bit more difficult to get pre-approved for because they want to see that you really, really do have that money. They're not going to make a tight loan. Sometimes you get pre-approved for an FHA loan and they're like, "It's a little tight, but we'll make it work." This is something that they want to feel comfortable with. It is an investment. They're giving you money for something. So you're going to pay a little bit of a higher rate. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get pre-approved for. I know that I used the 250 example for the illustration, but the reality is if you're pre-approved for an FHA loan of 250, right? FHA, you might get pre-approved for 250, okay? With a 203K loan, you might get pre-approved for 225, which is still really, really good. Still gives you a lot of money. You can still purchase a house and do a lot of good things with it, but they may not give you the same amount of money. That's just something to keep in mind. Keep in mind the rate. It's always good to ask questions to your agent. Always really, really good to ask questions to your lender. Don't be afraid to ask questions, guys. They're huge. All right, guys? Please leave comments in the comments section. I want to know your thoughts on this loan. Want to know your experiences. This is not a loan that I can say I've used very often. It's not a loan that I see get used very often, but it is something that I wanted to share, wanted to kind of put out there. Leave your comments in the comments section. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon.